Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing, as a book girlie's favorite thing, we are going to be doing some book shopping. I am so excited. There is a lot of releases and books that I want to get today, so we are going to go book shopping today and have a little book date together. It is a Saturday. I am just ready to go and get some book shopping done, come home, read, have a good, nice little time. So you guys are gonna come along with me, and then we're gonna do a little book haul at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. If you want to see all the books that I bought, we're gonna go book shopping. So the bookstores that I plan on going to, number one, I'm gonna go to Target, because Target actually has a decent selection of books. So I want to go to Target first to see if they have any of the books that is on my radar, and then if not, we're gonna head on over to Barnes & Noble to get the rest. Target books are like 20 to 30% off what they would be at like a Barnes & Noble or Books A Million. So I wanted to hit those places up first. That's the plan. It is currently 93 degrees outside and I am wearing a hoodie. We're not gonna say anything about it. Nobody say anything, because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is who I am at my very core. But anyway, let's get everything ready and let's head out on our little book shopping adventure. So come on, let's go, guys. Come on. Alrighty, so I just left Target and got some books. They didn't have the ones they had a couple that I was looking for, so that's exciting. But I also got a pop socket because in one of my last videos, Boring Girl Summer video, I got a new phone, and so I had to get a new phone case, so I don't have a pop socket one. So I got this like little cow boot. I got this little cowboy like boot one. It's pink. It's giving me Chestnut Spring vibes. Like, that's giving Flawless. That's the only thing I got that wasn't book related. So now we're gonna leave Target and we are going to head to Barnes & Noble, and hopefully we can get the rest of the books. There's only a couple more that I have left in my head, but it never hurts to browse. I didn't film in Target because it was so busy. Okay, everybody, so I just got back from Barnes & Noble, and sorry if the air is annoying you guys. I'm sweating my balls off. Anyway, but I just got out of Barnes & Noble. I only got the books that I intended on getting today, so pat myself on the back, except one. The one book I wanted to get that I didn't is Riley Sager's new release, The Middle of the Night, and it was sold out at Target and Barnes & Noble, so that's the one book that will not be in this haul that I planned on getting. All the other books that I got were books that I did in fact plan and intend on purchasing. So let's go ahead and head on home and do our little mini book haul. So yeah. Alrighty, everybody, so welcome back to my bedroom. So now it's time for what you guys have been waiting for, the book haul. So to start, we're actually going to be starting with the two books that I actually did not purchase in store, but I purchased on Amazon. So if you guys have watched any of my videos, you guys have pretty much seen me nonstop talk about this series, which is the Vancouver Storm series. So I absolutely love this book series. I've talked about it so much, and it's probably one of my favorite, sport romance series that there is. So This series is by Stephanie Archer. It's an ongoing series. There are 2 books out. So first you have Behind the Net. This is about Jamie and Pippa, and they actually went to high school together, but he plays in the NHL league and she is working as his assistant, and they went to school together, but they both are convinced that the other one has no idea who they are or remember them, and it is such a cute romance. He is the goalie for the Vancouver Storm hockey team. It is so cute. The next book in the series is The Fake Out. You are following Rory and Hazel. Hazel and Pippa are sisters, and then Rory and Jamie are childhood best friends. He is also on the hockey team, and this one is actually my favorite between the 2, but I really enjoy both. So very first off, we went to Target. So the first book I got is Riley Sager, The Only One Left. This is his thriller that he actually released last year, but I got the paperback version. I actually went to see if his new release, Middle of the Night, was at Target, but they didn't have it, but they did have the paperback of this one. Oh, that font is so tiny. Oh, okay, it's not the whole thing. It's just like a note. I got so scared. But got this one. I absolutely love Riley Sager's books. I feel like for me personally, Riley Sager is the king of thrillers, and Stephen King is the king Stephen King is the king of horror, because I definitely feel like horror and thrillers get pushed together a lot, but I feel like they are 2 separate genres. I feel like sometimes we forget that. Next are some books that I am pretty excited about. Again, if you have watched any of my earlier videos, you guys know that I absolutely love the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, but I actually only own the first one. So I officially bought the second, which is A Ballad Never After, and the third, A Curse for True Love. I got the paperback of The Ballad Never After and the hardback of A Curse for True Love, which is the final book. I have already read A Ballad Never After. This is the only one I haven't read, but I'm actually going to go through the books and reread them, this series, and I want to reread it so that way I can kind of jog my memory, and I really want to annotate this series. So I got these. Next, we got A Lovely War by Julie Berry. Now, I feel like something I don't talk about is one of my absolute favorite genres is historical fiction. I love historical fiction. When I very first got into reading, I pretty much only read kind of fantasy dystopian books, mainly more dystopian, and historical fiction books. Absolutely loved those 2 genres. I didn't start getting into romance until I got older. So this is a YA historical fiction, I believe. I don't think the stuff in here is YA. I think it's just there's no spice or anything. But this book is also like pretty tall. I feel like, let me grab like a regular. I feel like this is like a regular sized book. I feel like it's like pretty tall. It's like the size of a paper, like the size of a hardback, but in a paperback. But I got this book. I've heard quite a few things about it, and this is surrounding World War II, so that's kind of the historic part that's going on. But I got this kind. I absolutely love the cover. I also feel like it's a decent floppiness. However, an interesting thing about The Lovely War is this is actually told through Greek gods. This is not, you're not in the characters that you're following point of view. You are watching these Greek gods explain what's going on. So I thought that that was a bit fun. Whenever I read this, I'll kind of talk to you guys and let you know, like, if you need to have an understanding of Greek mythology. I have a pretty decent understanding because I was obsessed with it when I was a kid. I don't know, maybe it was just me, but I feel like every kid goes through a phase where they get obsessed with mythology. Is it just me? I don't know. Brandon Sanderson raised me, so I think that it was me reading fantasy books definitely got me into mythology pretty easy, because I feel like a lot of fantasy like characters and like species, I guess, pull from mythological creatures. So I don't know, I am very excited to read this one. I've heard it's beautiful and it will make me cry, which is what I need. Okay, next we actually have Kristen Hanna, Firefly Lane. So on the emotional front. So I have actually never heard of I'm gonna be honest, I've never really heard of Kristen Hanna before. I know a lot of her books. Wasn't The Woman by Kristen Hanna like one of her, wasn't it, didn't it read a Goodreads Choice Awards last year? Or is it this year? I don't know. Editing Christian will fact check me like she always does. So shout out to her and Google. But the whole reason I actually picked this book up is mainly just because one of the book girlies that I watch on YouTube read this book and talked about it, and talked about that this book is pretty much following these friends spanning decades of their friendship and kind of going through what it's like being childhood best friends to growing all the way into adulthood and talking about what it's like being best friends. And it's a Netflix original series. Wait, is it like on Netflix right now? It got canceled. Okay, so it's out. There's 2 seasons. It's a show. Okay, so maybe after I read Firefly Lane, I watch the TV show. But I don't know. But those are the books I've got. I've really been wanting to get into annotating books, so I wanted to grab some books that I knew I would be able to do that with. So I'm going to be putting all of these on my TBR shelf, which is behind me. I don't know if they will all fit on my TBR. Well, 2 of the books I've already read, so they get to go up on my favorite shelf. But these are on my TBR books, so hopefully my TBR shelf is big enough to fit them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and coming book shopping with me. It means so much. Glad we got to hang out and spend this day together. I hope everybody is having a wonderful summer, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTuber stuff every YouTuber tells you guys how to do, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.